Hey everybody, this is Pete Bartolozzi welcoming you to another Nuggets, Gems, and Pearls from God's Word. Today's nugget is entitled, Be Careful for Nothing. And of course, we're going to Philippians chapter 4 and verse 6, where it starts out by saying, Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. The Greek word for careful here is derived from the Greek word that is used in 1 Peter 5:7, translated care, where it says casting all your care upon him. James Strong's defines it as to be anxious about or to take thought. The Webster's Dictionary defines anxious as a state that is characterized by extreme uneasiness of mind about some contingency. And contingency refers to something that's only a possibility. And continues to define it as experiencing a sense of brooding fear. What's interesting about this definition is that all this extreme uneasiness of mind is due to something that is only based on a possibility, not an absolute. And nothing is absolute until it happens, and even then things could change because the natural is temporal. It's always changing. We need to be anxious about nothing. We are not to allow fear to brood within us. The word be is defined in the Strong's as a word that is only used when emphatic. So emphasis is being put here on not allowing fear to build, specifically not to allow it to build in us to the point of causing extreme uneasiness of mind. Besides, God was clear when he said through Paul that he had not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And we're talking about something concerning our thoughts here. Some of you might be thinking, how do I cast my care upon him? Well, here in this verse, it tells us how. Right after it instructs us to be careful for nothing, it says, but. First, he tells us what not to do. Now he's telling us what we need to do. It says, but in everything, by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. So approaching the Father in prayer is how you cast your care upon him, which means that when you go to the Father in prayer concerning cares, what you are doing is leaving those cares with him when you pray. In other words, after we have made our request known to God and we go our way, if we continue to worry, have uneasiness of mind due to fear, then God doesn't have it. We do. Because worrying, anxiety, the uneasiness of mind due to fear, these are the things that make us feel like we're going to pieces over, pulling our hair out over. These are the very things that we are giving to God when we cast our care upon him through prayer. They need to be in his hands for him to be able to work on them. If we walk away from prayer still worrying about them, then he doesn't have them. And all too many Christians do this. Yes, I know our minds want to continue to be anxious about things after praying, but as long as we continue to deal with those thoughts, we continue to declare, contrary to what our mind is wanting to say to us, the thoughts going on in there, but we continue to declare, we have cast our care upon God. Then if we do this, then he still has it, and his mighty hand is still at work for us. And I offer this as something to think about today. Be blessed.